I thought I'd lost her forever when I saw that text. Girls trip for the weekend, don't worry. My thumb hovered over the screen, heart thudding before I typed back. Tell Brian his wife said hi. It wasn't clever or planned. It just slipped out raw and sharp like a blade I'd been carrying for too long. I stared at the phone, waiting for her reply, knowing it would change everything. My name's Ethan and I'm just a regular guy, 32. A mechanic who smells like motor oil most days. Married to Claire for 7 years. We met at a dive bar, her laughing too loud at a bad karaoke singer, me offering to buy her a drink just to hear that laugh again. She was sunlight, you know? Bright, warm, the kind of person who made everyone feel like they mattered. We built a life together. A small house with a leaky faucet we never fixed, late-night takeout on the couch, her stealing my fries while pretending she wasn't. I thought we were solid. Not perfect but real. Happy. It started unraveling about 6 months ago. Little things at first. She'd come home late from work, her hair smelling faintly of cigarette smoke, though she swore she'd quit. She'd be glued to her phone, smiling at messages she wouldn't share, brushing it off with, "Oh, just the girls." I'd nod, ignoring the knot in my gut. I didn't want to be that guy, the jealous husband who checks his wife's phone or follows her to work. I trusted her. At least I told myself I did. But the late nights got longer. She'd slip out of bed to take calls in the kitchen, her voice low, words muffled. Once I heard her laugh. A soft, private laugh not meant for me. Stung worse than I can explain. I'd lie awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering who was on the other end. I'd ask her, casual as I could, "Everything okay, babe?" She'd smile, kiss my cheek and say, "You worry too much, Ethan." But her eyes wouldn't meet mine. The real crack came 3 weeks ago. I was fixing her car. New brake pads, nothing major. When I found a receipt crumpled under the passenger seat. Dinner for 2 at a place we'd never been to. Dated a night she'd said she was working late. $50 for wine alone. We don't even drink wine. I held that receipt, my hands shaking, and told myself it was nothing. Client dinner, maybe. But the knot in my gut tightened, and I couldn't shake the image of her laughing across a candlelit table with someone else. I didn't confront her. Not then. I was too scared of the truth, too scared of breaking what we had. Instead, I started noticing everything. How she'd lock her phone when I walked into the room. How her stories about work never quite added up. I hated myself for it, but I checked her coat pockets one night. Found nothing but a pack of gum and a crumpled tissue. I felt like a fool, but the doubt wouldn't leave. Then came the text. Friday morning, I'm sipping coffee, scrolling through invoices, when her message pops up. "Girls trip for the weekend, don't worry." My stomach dropped. She hadn't mentioned any trip. No packing, no plans, just this sudden announcement. I stared at the words, the "don't worry" hitting like a taunt. I typed back before I could stop myself. "Tell Brian his wife said hi." I hit send, my pulse racing, and waited. Brian was her coworker, the guy she mentioned too often, always with a casual shrug. "Oh, Brian's leading the project now." Or Brian said the funniest thing today. I'd met him once at a work party, tall, slick, the kind of guy who shakes your hand too long. His wife Jen seemed nice, quiet, always checking her phone. I'd overheard Claire once, whispering to a friend about Jen's controlling ways. Stuck with me, a puzzle piece I didn't want to fit. Her reply came 10 minutes later. "What's that supposed to mean?" No denial, no laugh, just those cold words. I didn't answer. I couldn't. My hands were shaking too hard. That night she called, her voice tight. "Ethan, what's going on with you? Why do you say that?" I wanted to scream, to demand answers, but all I said was, "You tell me, Claire." Silence stretched between us, heavy, suffocating. She hung up. She came home Sunday night, her suitcase thumping in the hall. I was on the couch, a beer gone warm in my hand. She looked tired, her eyes avoiding mine. "We need to talk," she said, sitting across from me, her hands twisting in her lap. My heart sank. I knew what was coming, but I wasn't ready. "It's not what you think," she started, but her voice cracked. "Brian and I, we've been close. Too close. But it's not physical. It's just emotional." She looked at me, tears welling, waiting for me to say something. I didn't. I couldn't. Emotional. The word cut deeper than I expected. A kiss I could have fought. But her heart drifting to someone else? That was a wound I didn't know how to heal. "Why?" I finally asked, my voice barely above a whisper. She cried then, hard, her words spilling out between sobs. She felt lonely, she said. Work was stressful and I was always at the shop and Brian just listened. Listen. Like I hadn't been there night after night waiting for her to open up. I wanted to yell, to tell her how I'd been drowning in her secrets. But I just sat there, numb. We talked for hours, voices low, raw. She swore she'd end it, that she loved me, that she didn't want to lose us. I wanted to believe her. But every word felt like sand slipping through my fingers. I told her I needed time. She nodded, tears streaming, and went to sleep in the guest room. The house felt too quiet after that, like the air itself was holding its breath. Weeks passed. We're trying counseling date nights, her leaving her phone unlocked. But I still see that text in my mind, still hear her laugh. That wasn't for me. I love her, I do. But trust is a fragile thing, and once it's cracked, it never quite fits back together. I don't know if we'll make it. Some days I see her smile and I think we might. Others, I wonder if I'm holding on to a ghost. I drive past that restaurant sometimes, the one from the receipt. I don't go in. I just sit in my truck, staring at the windows, picturing her there, laughing with him. And I wonder if I'll ever stop seeing it. If you've listened all the way till now, thank you. It means something to know you're out there, hearing this, sharing these pieces of my heart. It's what keeps me going.